I cannot use my anger towards someone to make them cut ties with the family. You could be angry, a lady in the audience here could be angry with your in-laws. You could be very angry with your in-laws. They have done a lot of wrong to you. I don't deny it. They're the worst people. They're shayateen. They make Fir'aun look like a nice guy. Great. But your son says, I want to go say salam to my uncle from my father's side. No. You know what they've done? You know those people? You know what? If you love me, and if you care about my feelings, you will not go talk to them. You see, that relationship between that boy and his uncle, no matter who his uncle is, his uncle could be Fir'aun. But that relationship was not made by you. And it was not made by his dad. That relationship was made by Allah. And that relationship, no one has the right to break it because Allah made it. And He says, وَأُولُو الْأَرْحَامِ بَعْضُهُمْ أَوْلَى بِبَعْضٍ فِي كِتَابِ اللَّهِ. Your feelings do not get to cut any relationships. There are men and women that get divorced. Divorce is allowed in our religion. It happens. And there are many children here that are children of divorced parents. And when they're children of divorced parents, one parent, the mother or the father, they make you feel bad for even calling the other parent. Who are you talking to? Oh, okay. Yeah, I know you don't love me that much. And they'll make you feel bad even if, sometimes not even by words, but by gesture. This is called parental alienation. And they'll do it. And you know what that is? That is a lack of fear of Allah. Your anger towards your ex-husband or your anger towards your ex-wife allowed you to cut family ties that Allah made, and you're actively trying to do so. Good luck answering to Allah Azza wa Jal. This is the ultimate goal of, one of the ultimate goals of Islam was to keep the family ties together. To keep bonds together. And by the way, even if someone is oppressive or abusive or anything else, I'm not saying accept abuse. Don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying to accept abuse, but I'm also not saying to run away. You have to confront people in your family instead of breaking ties. You have to draw boundaries in your family instead of breaking ties. But this is something that our religion teaches. It's one of its most fundamental jihads. It's one of its most fundamental battles. That's why these ayat are in the surahs of battle. These ayat came, and at the end of these ayat, you know what Allah said? He said, أَفَلَا يَتَدَبَّرُونَ الْقُرْآنَ أَمْ عَلَىٰ قُلُوبٍ أَقْفَالُهَا. Don't they then contemplate the Qur'an, or some locks are put on their hearts? No, I've already made up my mind. I don't want to hear it. But the locks are already there. I don't need to contemplate the Qur'an, because when I contemplate the Qur'an, my heart is supposed to melt. My feelings are supposed to be surrendered to what Allah is saying. I have to look within myself. Am I guilty of cutting family ties? Am I guilty? Am I doing this directly or indirectly? Am I part of that? Because I cannot be. I cannot afford to be, because that is actually one of the greatest crimes in the Qur'an that called for the Muslims even picking up their swords and shields to go risk their lives so that the future families can be saved. May Allah Azza wa Jal give us a real understanding of His book and a real love and understanding of the sunnah of His Messenger Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. And may Allah Azza wa Jal allow our families to stay together as Allah has commanded them to be.